I'll make you famous.
Welcome to the QB Huddle podcast, Young Gunz version 1. Brandon and I will be seeking out NFL hopefuls, arena, UFL quarterbacks, as well as college and high school quarterbacks to discuss their journey, their hopes and dreams, and learn what makes them tick. Today we have a local kid from North Crowley. As QB1 of the North Crowley Panthers this season, this quarterback has 3,300 yards, 49 touchdown passes, 590 yards rushing with 5 more TDs on the ground. From 2020 till now, his career as a 4-year starter, he's got 8,900 yards passing, 8,901 to be exact, 123 touchdowns, good God, 2,120 rushing yards and 22 touchdowns. Sounds like fantasy numbers, but it's not. With this young quarterback under center for North Crowley, has advanced to the quarterfinals of the Texas high school playoffs in 6A. Folks, that's the largest classification in Texas. So this is the big time, We're talking about the next game is against Allen. Kyler Murray, if you remember, won multiple state championships with them. So Allen's a big product. They're going to play over at Mansfield Stadium at 2 o'clock, December 7th. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, QB1 of the North Crowley Panthers, North Texas commit, Chris Jimerson.
My man, we appreciate you on this show, man. It's been a long journey, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nice. Tim, what a fine introduction. I mean, you got to think, 8,900 yards in his career.
Crazy numbers.
Over 140 plus touchdowns. I mean, those are video game numbers, right? It helps with an amazing team too, right?
Yes, sir.
You got the best seat in the house, right? You got the best seat in the house.
That's what matters. Yeah.
So, man, we appreciate you being on. Obviously, our relationship, goes way back, and so, it allows the viewers to just kind of engage on this thing. And, kudos to your parents and Coach Mishaw. I've been in the DFW area for 10 years, and I can't believe it's been 10 years, right?
Yeah.
And so when I first started to get into quarterback training, that was my passion, being a former quarterback. I ran into an 8-year-old kid, from the Fort Worth Ducks. You guys have the coolest unis I've seen, right?
Yes,
And
sir.
so, Coach Mishaw, your dad, the senior, they gave me an opportunity to work with this kid, right? And who would have thought, he's having all this crazy success, in high school, being one of the top quarterbacks, I'd say, in the country right now. Like, let's put some respect on that. But man, our journey goes way back. 8 years old, you're with the Ducks. Walk me through that process as far as how did you become interested in playing quarterback? And I know not asked you this at 8 years old, but it's I want to hear the answer at what, a 17-year-old kid now? You're 17 now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Don't you remember 17, Tim?
Barely.
Long
That
ago.
was a long time ago. Let's not talk about how long ago that was. Hey, before you get started, I do want to say one thing, only because I didn't know that Coach Mishaw is on your staff. Coach Mishaw at one point was a running back for Coach Smith on the Collin County Rattlers, and he was he was a beast. He was RB1. So listen to what he has to say. He has a lot of knowledge, man. He was one of the smart ones. He was one of the guys that would give us plays and tell us what to do at certain times of the game, and he was too big for me to argue with. So I just wanted to bring that up, man. Shout out to Coach Mishaw. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. He put me on, man. So it's been a pleasure ever since, man, to work with you when we have those opportunities. And so, now that I asked a 17-year-old how did you become interested in playing quarterback?
Really, I'm gonna be real too. It was one of those things where I would say I was forced, but that was something I always wanted to play. I wasn't one of them guys that just love contact all the time. I'm gonna be real with you. So it really just came natural. Yeah, it was really one of them things that I just always wanted to play. Always was very interested in playing. So,
Right. Now, you also had a decision to make as a kid. I remember you growing up. You were an outstanding basketball player.
yes, sir.
Like, you were a baller, right? And you had to make that choice. And so, going through that, I mean, going back to Chris's, junior high years, I mean, tremendous athlete. I mean, he did it all. He made it look easy. He still makes it look easy, right? But, walk us through, obviously, talent only goes so far, right? And so can you walk us through, your training routine, how you stay in shape during the off season, especially leading into your senior season, getting offers, committed to a school? Walk me through that process.
So really, last year, my junior year, that's when I really blew up and started getting all my offers. No, really, at that time, it was track season, so I was going to track practice and stuff in the afternoon, working out in the morning for football. I was going to throw the football. So it was really, how do I say this? A tough thing to do because at the time, having track meets and stuff, not being able to train like that for football and stuff, it was real hard, but I was able to manage it by just, doing the things that I always did, just being an athlete and, just, I don't know, just being him, I guess. So,
Well, one thing I can tell you, especially after working with you for over the years, when we have those opportunities, I'd say you're extremely disciplined. You're always asking, questions on how to get better. How can I improve? It's not like you're one of these guys just relying just solely on your athleticism. I remember even during the preseason, situational RPO issues, and you'll just text me and like, hey, man, I got to get better at this, despite having an amazing scrimmage, right? So it's reverting back to those things. So being modest, man, yes, your athletic talent is amazing. But also from what I've seen over the years, you're just a disciplined kid. And so that helps. Kudos to your family, your coaches that help you. And, you're staying on the right path. Now, this also goes to that, the maturation process. It's rare air for you to be a 4-year starter in high school, especially at the quarterback position, right? And so talk to me a little bit about, that development as a leader over the years and, how you and your teammates were able to build such a strong bond, especially that junior year was like the top's off, right? And going into your senior year, talk to us about that bond and, just you being a leader over the years.
oh, really, my freshman year, I ain't gonna lie, like me reading defenses was a hard thing. I was really just going out there playing with the talent that I had.
Yeah.
Sophomore year, I was able to see it a little better, going over film, just realizing the click that, oh, dang, that's where the open spot is on this defense and stuff like that, going to my junior year, that's when I started working out the most, going to the field every day, just perfecting my craft with my receivers, going into my junior year, I'd say I was in the summer, I was going to the field every day. At nighttime, going to run hills, during the day, during like afternoon and stuff like that, going to lift weights, that was the most I feel like I had to develop just overall, just to become who I am now. And junior year I just took off. Junior year I started seeing the field better, reading defenses more, and the coach actually started trusting me with opening the playbook. Senior year right now, I feel like I'm at the best right now. Not the best, but I still got room to improve. But the game most definitely slowed down a lot.
It slowed down, didn't it? It's like the Matrix. It's you see it before it happens. It's a beautiful thing when you get to that spot.
And yes, sir, you was telling me that too, and I was like, I ain't actually believe it, but then I'm actually seeing it now, like happening before it was now. So
yeah, that's good, man. I think you're very efficient. This OC has really put you in a lot of good situations. It definitely helps, with your offensive line being as big as they are. But, even going back, when I first saw you guys in, your scrimmages, and I'm not going to name names, but man, you guys are real good at what you do and you perfect your craft. You could tell everybody takes it serious. Coach staff is doing a great job. I mean, that senior class is locked in despite losing so many seniors the year previously, right? So this was a big step for you guys, especially with, new younger players on the field. It helps, you do have the dynamic players that you have. Tim, I don't know if he's got one of the best players in the country that just committed to Colorado. I mean, if you've seen this guy, This dude's a freak. But he's got a lot of freaks out there, man. So it helps. Seeing your leadership over the years, man, you've always been just a quiet, stoic guy, but I can tell that that's a player-led team, and that helps. And championship teams are built on the player-led teams. Sorry, Tim, coaches, they help, right? But, coaches can get you so far, but, man, they're doing a tremendous job of what you guys are doing.
No question.
Yeah, for sure. So, what do you consider your greatest strength as a quarterback?
Everything really, but the main thing is me being able to extend plays with my feet. That can mess the defense up. The way I actually can run the ball and actually pass the ball, very good. So I feel like that's one of my strengths.
Yeah, never lose those quick feet, man. Never lose that. You've had that since you were a pup, man. When I used to see you in the Ducks, and you guys had a squad.
Yeah,
you guys had a real good team, man.
Yes, sir.
So, obviously, with all the success, you're gonna battle some adversity. I remember you faced it a little bit in Lancaster. You faced it last year in the playoffs. How do you handle those pressured situations during a game, especially when it's a tight-knit game?
Really, freshman year, sophomore year, the years that, I make a mistake, I'm down on myself, all that. Junior year, I realized, I'm going to make mistakes and I'm not perfect. So
right.
I really just had to, all the mistakes that I made, just let it go and just worry about the next play. Really, this last game, I didn't play that well. I ended up throwing 2 picks. But it's still a game. I still had to end up finishing the game. We, in the third round of the playoffs. So if we lose, we go home. So I couldn't just be down on myself, just knowing that we got to win this game. So I had to forget about it and just keep moving on.
Just win, baby. That's all it is, man. And so, Tim, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it to you. I know you've been all ears here, and you as a coach, you like to see a little bit of a different side of things from us as quarterback nerds. Knowing him already, it's good to hear those answers. But Tim, dive into some of the questions that you had, man.
This is great stuff. And, hey, I was once a player myself too, so I understand. You just haven't got to the coaching aspect yet, although I don't know why. I mean, you train these kids. You're so good at it. So, Chris, as we get into this, you are at your senior year. Can you share a memorable moment, maybe at a game that stood out to you? I mean, you've had some big ones. We talked about the DeSoto game a little bit when you got that big win earlier. But, man, tell me about a memorable moment of yours when you're going to walk away at the end of this season that you're going to look back on the most.
This season. Do it have to be this season?
Or... No, you've got 4 years to call on.
I can go back
to a lot of games.
My freshman year, my first game on varsity, I ended up throwing 5 touchdowns. And, that was a real big moment for me because me coming from freshman football and going straight to varsity, that was a big jump from the speed of the game, just in the size too. That was a real moment that I will never forget.
And you just kind of went out there casually, threw 5 touchdowns. First game out there. Unbelievable.
Yes, sir.
All righty.
Incredible.
Now, as you're preparing for games, I'm a big guy. I like to prepare. I like to watch film. I like to get on the whiteboard. I like to draw up new plays based on the defense that we're going to see, even if it's not in our playbook. How do you get ready for your opponents? Not to give away any secrets, but are you in the film room or is it on the practice field? What works for you getting ready week to week?
Really physically, I like to do it physically. So, I watch film a lot too, but I'm one of them guys where I need to actually see it and actually run plays against it to actually get the real feeling for it. So I like to watch film a lot, but also I like to get I ask my scout team at practice just to give me a good look.
Okay.
They're important.
Yeah.
It's very important.
Very important.
You practice how you play. Good practice, good play. Typically, that's how it's going to work.
Yes,
so,
sir.
As the quarterback, one of the most important positions on the field and on the football team, period, what leadership qualities do you bring both on the field and off the field here as a senior? And I imagine quite a bit, and you've probably grown since being a freshman.
I can say I bring, just keeping everybody motivated, say if we down by some touchdowns, just telling everybody that the game not over with, we still got time. Like really, whether I really seen it last year in the Duncanville game, we was down by a lot. I'm just standing on the sideline, just trying to tear my team up. Just trying to just tell everybody that's not over until the clock says 0-0 in this fourth quarter. So I bring that to the table. And also just, how can I say this? Yeah. I don't know. I can't say it. I can't. I don't know. But
Hold
the
yourself
main
accountable.
thing,
You hold your teammates accountable. That's what it sounds like. So I love that. That leads right into my
He's
last
like
question
this,
here.
man.
I'm
He's like
so
this. He's an even kid.
yeah. I'm really interested to understand because you see quarterbacks during the week on Sundays, right? You see Baker Mayfield. He's running up and down the field. You see other quarterbacks that are just kind of sitting by themselves, on the whiteboard, and then they'll go and talk to people and they're getting the call from upstairs. How do you communicate with your teammates during the game, whether you're up big or it's a tight one and you got to kind of knuckle down?
Really, I'm always asking my people on my team questions. My receivers, I'm asking them what they see. My O-line, I'm asking them what front they give me. Running backs, I'm asking them what they see. It's really just a lot of communication that goes on the sideline since we ain't got instant replay after the drive. So, receivers play a main big deal in that. I try to teach my receivers coverages and stuff. Just try to tell them what it is and what they see, and especially with the O-line, because that's the big part. Without the O-line, you can't really do nothing.
Oh, man. I love preach. I love what I'm hearing.
You got to have them hogs, man. The hogs win.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Trenches win.
Well, that's it for me. I'm going to send this back over to Brandon. I know he's got a couple of last questions for you, and then we're going to have a little bit of fun and play a little game, and then we're going to let you go about your night getting ready for this big game this weekend.
Should be a good one. Now, are there any quarterbacks, past or present, that you look up to or model your game after? I may know this one, but I'm going to let you tell
it. It changed a little bit after I actually started watching football. I won't say I play like him, but I like the way he played. Dylan Gabriel is one of them. Lamar Jackson is one of them. Who else? Kyler Murray is one of them. That's really it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say Kyler. Yeah, I was going to say Kyler. Very similar in game.
Yeah.
Right? Lethal. What are your goals and aspirations when it comes to football, both high school and beyond? Maybe you have some short-term goals or long-term that you're trying to focus on.
I got a couple.
Give us a spill. What we got?
So really, each year I try to put all my receivers in college, just trying to get them an opportunity to go to college. And,
dope.
One of my main goals is, to get to that 10,000 mark, passing yards. I accomplished one of my goals, getting to 100 touchdowns this year, and at the beginning of my season. What else? Just also another one of my goals is try my best to be number one every day. Be that best quarterback in the nation. Be the best quarterback. So.
Well, man, you've been proving it game in and game out, day by day. You're constantly yearning for more, man. That's kudos to you and that team behind you. That team, you got a strong team, strong family, and it's you're really starting to see your hard work pay off, man. And also, I throw in one. Go get a state title, dude.
Yeah, that's another one.
Go get that one, right? Go get that. Go get that.
Go get it. Why not?
Why not? All right, man. So we're going to wrap this up, man, with some fun stuff. All right, man. Rapid fire. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Candy or chips?
Candy.
Favorite class?
Reading.
What are you most looking forward to when you get to college?
Starting.
Favorite high school non-football memory?
Cool. You're getting old, bro. You got a lot of memories. You're getting there.
That's a hard one.
Tick, tick, tick.
Homecoming dance.
Tick.
Yeah, don't take a sack.
Hey, that was a good one.
Dance. Okay.
Favorite pro football team?
Ravens.
Xbox or PlayStation?
PlayStation.
Deep pass or check down?
Deep pass.
Prom or Call of Duty?
You said what?
Prom or Call of Duty?
Prom.
You better get. Oh, this is a tough one.
This is a tough
Homework
one
or
coming
film room?
Film room.
Throw a TD or run for a TD?
Throw a TD.
Film room or weight room?
Film room.
Pizza or burger?
Burger.
Dream car?
Lamborghini.
Favorite NFL quarterback?
Lamar Jackson.
Who's your hero? Ooh,
My Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
love it. Love it.
And we kind of asked this already, but let's ask it one more time. Narrow it down to one guy. What NFL quarterback does your game most emulate right
Kyler
now?
Murray.
Okay.
Well, man,
Good job.
Junior,
can
thank
take
you
any
for
snaps.
taking the
Good
time,
job.
man. We
Yes,
really
sir.
appreciate you taking the time, having some fun with us, man. We're wishing you the best of luck. As you know, man, once you hold up that state title, we got more work to do because now a whole other journey begins, right? And
Yes,
so
sir.
we're wishing you luck, man. One game at a time. You got the upcoming game versus Allen. We're excited about it. We're going to be watching you in college. Your story's awesome, man. And I appreciate you allowing me to play that little small part, man. And it's definitely a blessing to see guys like you and many other guys that we have that are getting these opportunities to shine. So, man, good luck to you, and go hard, man. That's all
Yes,
I got.
sir.
Tim.
Thank you so much, Chris. We really
Yes.
appreciate you, man. We're going to be watching your story, watching you go on to college and watching you do good things there. You're going to be playing right down the street. So everybody tune in. We'll see y'all next week with another Young Gunz participant. So stay tuned.